Submarine disasters. Like I said, many people didn't understand the firing sequence for the nuclear warheads on the submarines, and I know of at least one submarine or two submarines where the improper code was actually input into the computer. He was later on told to me, or at some point in time notified to me about basically what probably happened with the submarine. Like I said, I forget. I used to know exactly how the sequence was, and I forget exactly because where you snap the card and you pull out the thing, and the targeting thing. There were different codes that you'd have to put in, and if you input the wrong code, the missile would still, you wouldn't know that you input the wrong code, or something like that. I forget. I forget exactly how it worked, but basically, but basically, the captain or one of the officers knew about which codes to put in or whatever. And if you put in the wrong code and then you went to launch the missile would just explode or something like that. Basically, there was a sequence that you could input that would actually detonate the missile rather than launching it or something like that. And I know of one submarine where they actually they were pretty sure that they input the wrong code, and then it detonated, basically destroying the submarine. One submarine captain probably sacrificed himself to make sure that the missiles didn't launch. Like I said, JFK, Nixon, and a lot of other people, there were things that were top secret and need to know, and national security. And those things were stuff regarding the actual launch of nuclear missiles and stuff like that. And stuff like that, where nobody, you couldn't request those documents, and you wouldn't have known exactly what to do unless you were actually trained to actually do it. And even the people running the submarine didn't always know exactly everything that had to go together in order to get those launches. Like for instance, I think maybe the message or the low ultrasonic whatever. I don't know. There's a way where it was all tied together, where the submarines had to get authorization to launch the missiles, and then or something like that. I don't really know. I forget. I used to know, but it's been too long, and I actually did describe the system in detail one time in one of these videos. But basically, how it was set up and all that other stuff. Like I said, Germany or the German scientists knew that the missiles, were probably going to be used against them or against someone. So we made it really hard so only someone like me could actually launch the missiles, and and not even the really necessarily the president. Like I said, but that was a long time ago, and I'm sure they've updated the football or updated the whole system. I'm sure by now. But anyway, but yeah, it was actually Nixon that or JFK that actually found out that he couldn't launch the missiles. So anyway, there's something like that. Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. A lot of things happen basically. And like I say, I forget exactly what the details were. I used to know all the details on how the missiles would be launched and NORAD and everything. I used to know every detail about everything as far as my government was concerned. But like I say, I don't really care. There are lots of people because there are people that were going on submarines that weren't supposed to be there, and there was actually even there's even a couple cases where they fired or locked up the submarine crew and put their own submarine people on there just so they could be able to launch the missiles or something like that. And we were very aware of all these different situations that could happen, and we didn't want any rogue submarines or rogue whatever being able to destroy cities or whatever. Anyway, like I said, even Rodney probably wouldn't have known, or anyone probably wouldn't have known the exact sequence other than me. Like I said, only your master in chief knew the whole sequence and all that. And I've explained it basically. The CIA, the FBI, and NORAD, and the Pentagon all had to agree on the state of emergency and okay missile launch, and then missiles could be launched or whatever. Like I said, I mean, considering I had all these tanks and all these soldiers and everything, if I wanted to invade someone, but it's like, why would I want to invade? I built half the planet, so, except for like when I heard that that the Middle East or someplace was crying for help or something like that, and then I was like, okay, send in people, and I might have been responsible for them fighting back or something, but I don't really know. I mean, it gets all complicated, as basically people were trying to deny my existence and deny me and deny that I was the name of America and basically the real Lusifer Star Line, and also Master in Chief of basically America. So anyway, and actually, like I say, it was actually Rodney or someone else that was scared to death of being nuked or being killed. Like, probably because he was lying about everything. Like that, there were quite a few people that were scared to death, and it's like you have no idea. You know, like I say, I'm not just the Master in Chief and Namer of America. I'm also Lucifer Star Line, the creator of Endoskeleton Life, Exoskeleton Life 1.5s, and 12 galaxies and stars and planets. And also, at one point in time, a existential computer AI that was basically also nanotechnology and even time travel capable. So, and I'm about 900 trillion years old in actuality. So, although as Brian, or in this life form, basically I've been around about as long as America has been around. So, or longer. I don't know. It's hard to say really because, like I said, for a while there, America was aging at the same rate that I was aging, and that's where we get into the whole like all the craziness and also like with George Washington and all this other stuff. As basically, America was aging um, like I think it was 1 year for every day I was alive or something like that, or something weird like that. And basically, so me and America are exactly the same age old or something weird like that. I don't really know. So like the same. It was just offset time or something like that where I was aging. Me and America are exactly the same age old. So America's 400 to 700 years old. I'm actually 400 to 700 years old. So it's something weird like that, where it's like that. So it gets all interesting and weird when you start considering name of a country. Anyway, and I don't know anything about time travelers. Really, as Brian, I don't really know much about anything. But other than the fact that I named America and also named a lot of things. So, and basically, it's my wonderful people that were keeping me alive. And anyway, like I said, I love my people of America. I do. I'm mad at a couple different people, but the general people out there I loved very much. And the children don't really understand. Of course, you don't understand. And even I mostly blame Rodney and Rosalie and some other people, as they didn't understand what the hell was going on or anything. But like I said, I was rich enough to be able to pay or buy my own family. And like I said, I had never had a family, and I wanted to have the family experience. So anyway, that gets all complicated in there. So yeah. So like I said, whatever. I'm very open and honest about everything. So